Hey everybody, this is Mike from AIT. I'm down at the office today, and I wanted to touch on a few things. We're going to be going over safety in search and rescue, but mostly we're going to be covering the safety aspects of upcoming storms and things like that. So stick with us and let us know if you have any questions. And I figured I would start going over some of the questions I've gotten from other people, and the primary one right now being September of 2022 is we've got hurricanes coming into Florida right now, and we've gotten a few calls for support from energy companies and things like that. Usually we won't jump in to do things like that unless it's really set up in advance. We will, however, take our team down and set up an hour or so outside of the disaster area and make ourselves available for work. But I've seen a bunch of things on our social media platforms and so on that people are asking, well, what can I do? I'm a new 107 pilot. I have a drone. I'd like to help out. In that case, usually there's not much you can do. However, the answer from a lot of people in Florida and a lot of police agencies and stuff like that is just stay away. Everybody stay away. We don't need any help from anybody. We can handle everything on ourselves. We don't ever need any help from somebody else. And as a blanket answer, I don't agree with that. Again, this is just my opinion, but our team has been part of numerous large-scale disasters, and there's never a time, as far as I'm concerned, there's never a time where you don't need any help, where the more is not merrier. Everybody's going, oh, we got way too much money, we got way too much equipment, we got way too much help, we don't need any of this. I never hear people say, boy, I wish we could have taken longer to save those people, or I wish we could have taken longer to get the power back up and running, or anything. It sounds ridiculous, but we've run into this just in the last 2 years probably. We've ran into it at least a half a dozen times where we've had local and state police departments where they say they don't need, not only do they not need any help, but they don't even want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with anybody. And usually when I see that, it's because they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to deal with outside contractors. They don't know how to deal with extra team members. The only thing they're ever used to doing is dealing with the couple of guys that they have on hand. And it's a scary situation. You got to understand, it's a totally new situation for most people. If you're part of a small county sheriff's department or something like that, you've maybe practiced some search and rescue, but you've never had to do it. And this is where I get, it blows me away that they'll turn companies like ours away, where they can easily review and see how many of these projects we've been a part of. They can easily see that this is all we do. So turning away everybody always seems a little bit ridiculous to me. But as a new pilot or as a new company owner or anything like that, you need to understand that it's a huge safety hazard to have you down there. You're going to be going without gas, gas, diesel, anything, without food, without water. That's a really big one. You're not going to be able to shower. You're not going to be able to drink water. You're not going to be able to cook. You're not going to be, unless you bring it. That's the only way you're going to be able to do anything. So if you don't have your own means of taking care of all those things, then you're going to be a strain on the a strain on the resources of that area, right? So everybody needs to understand it's not as simple as grabbing a generator and a couple cases of water and heading out. If you don't have specialized skills, if you've never practiced for search and rescue, if you don't know how to do power line inspections, you're not going to be of a lot of service. So in those cases, if you've never been in a disaster area, in those cases, you're much better off staying home. However, if you've been a part of these operations numerous times and you have a bunch of your own equipment, and you have, then yeah, absolutely. I say go down there, and I say to the incident commanders that if you can't handle having extra help, then find someone who can. Talk to FEMA, talk to any other federal uh, team, because they're going to be more used to coming in and working with a local team, a contractor, but yeah, we run into that all the time where no, we don't want to work with anybody. We don't want any help. We don't want anything, unless you're willing to give them money. That's about the only thing they want. But I just, again, you may getting kind of sidetracked here, but yeah, it gets me very frustrated. So let me know what you guys think. Um, I know if you're in the actual disaster area and you're just a family, and it's a difference between a week of not having power, or your son or daughter is the one that's stranded. It means a lot to have extra help. It means a lot to have extra technicians, actual experienced technicians. So yeah, before you go down there, you want to make sure you have all the gear worked out. There's a lot to it. We'll probably try to add a list to this. I'll throw it in the description of this video. The list that we take with us, as well as at least an 18 or 20 foot trailer with air conditioning and heat and everything else. If you don't have access to those things, do not go. But if you do, again, I say find a team that can actually handle taking you on. But as a final note, if you're going to make money, if that's your main goal, don't do it. Don't go. One, you probably won't make any money. Two, if you do make money, it'll be 6 months from now. It'll be way down the road, when after everything's done. That's usually when people get paid. And you'll have to get a contract from one of the local or federal operations going on, and or power companies and so on. So if that's your main goal, is to get rich, please don't go to any emergency site. That's not the reason to do it. So, but if you're looking to help and you have a lot of skills, and you've been you can live in the wilderness, you can live without power, you can live without food, you can, for a week or two at least, and then, you'll see it in the list we add here, but, a truck a somewhat lifted truck with 4-wheel drive, because you're going to be going through areas of a ton of debris and all that stuff. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. This is just some stuff I was thinking about while I was sitting down here at the office, and thought I'd throw a video together and put it on here, and start getting some comments from our followers and from people who are usually training with us. So take care, guys. I'll talk to you later.